Thank you all for waiting patiently and thank you so much for joining. I think we will not take a lot of time now and we'll start. Good evening and good morning to all of you. Thank you so much for joining on a Saturday. I am not sure how many of you know in couple of hours we are having an IPL season and this is exactly what we want to discuss today about careers in sports management. Um, I would like all of you to write your name in the chat if it is possible and the location that you have joined in. Um, I also would like to take a moment to thank Amit, Mr. Amit, who has joined as an expert today to speak on careers in sports management. Thank you so much, Amit, for joining us.
My
Um,
pleasure.
I I also want to take a few moments to know how much you all have knowledge about IPL. Let me ask a few questions. You can write your answers in the chat. Thanks, Nitya. Hello from Dubai. Okay, great. Let me ask first question is, how many teams are there who are playing IPL this season today, like for 2026 season? How many teams are there? Any guess in the chat? Okay, eight. Uh, any more guess? Jonathan, okay, eight. Okay, the correct answer is 10. Amit, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Um,
10 teams.
okay. Yes, thank you. Okay, the next question is which IPL team has won the most titles? I think this should be very easy. Everyone should know that. CSK and Mumbai Indians. Okay. Anyone else? Mumbai Indians. Hi, Vidya. CSK. Okay. Uh, so the answer is there is a both teams are tied with five titles each. That is the correct answer is CSK and Mumbai, but there are KKR has also won five titles. Uh, Amit, please correct me. And Royal Challengers are the one who won the last IPL season in 2025.
Right.
Okay, and this is something an interesting fact which I want to share. Out of 100 people working in sports, how many must be you think are working are actually are real players from 100 out of 100 as per the data? So there are 100 people who are working in sports. In that, who are the real players? Any guess on that?
So can I reframe the question?
Yeah, please go ahead, sir. You are the best.
How so how many people do you think would be required to manage the whole IPL directly?
Okay, that is also correct.
If you're asking questions about IPL, let's continue with IPL.
Yeah. Somebody has said 50%. Lakshmi P. Nair has said thousands. Muskan has said,
Thousands
okay,
is a
Mumbai
very
and CSK.
it's a very vague term, Lakshmi.
Yeah, I think, sir, you can give the answer. You should know it.
So approximately 30,000 people work on the IPL.
Yeah,
How many do you think work indirectly on the IPL? Indirectly.
100 must be lakhs.
No, 100. I already said 30,000.
30,000, yeah. Somebody has written 100%.
There are close to 1.2 million people who work on that is 12 lakhs, which are in the indirect format.
Got it. Thank you for that answer and thank you for taking that up. If you would like to work in sports, what would you choose? Is it a team manager? Is it sports marketing? Is it event management? Or is it something you want have something on your own? If you have any interest, you can write it in the chat. Anything you think that you want to work if you were in sports management? Any answers?
Interesting.
Sports psychology, yes. Analysis. Okay. I think we have a question on this. We'll take it up later on. Okay, so let's start the session. So IPL season we all know is bigger, is very big, is the biggest season, and we have a huge fan following. I have a lot of fan following at my home as well, and behind every match that you watch, there are so many people working in the areas like operations, marketing, media management, and to make this run very smoothly. And that's exactly what we are going to explore today, and how you can be a part of this world even when you're not playing in the field. We also have alumni with us who will be answering your questions today. So let me take a moment to introduce to you who we are actually. We are Ask a Student. We launched in the year 2022. Ask a Student was founded by an international student while navigating his own journey, found it very overwhelming. And we overwhelming because the decision making process was not so easy. And that's when we realize that this portal will definitely help, because the peer-to-peer connection is something that will be very valuable for any students. So what truly made a difference was the real conversations that a student has with a current student or an alumni. So Ask a Student is built by a very simple and a powerful mission or an idea, connecting students with current students and alumni for an honest and a first-hand conversation. Instead of relying on generic advices, students can directly hear from their peers and understand the challenges and experiences and the realities to make them more confident and informed decisions. At its core, Ask a Student is about peer-to-peer support, shared experiences, and learning from those who have walked the same path. So let's move on to today's session. I will not take a lot of time. It's an absolute honor and my pleasure to welcome our expert from IISM, Mr. Amit Gupte. Amit is a seasoned chief operating officer and a project director with over 30 years of experience in education and edtech sectors. He has led large-scale growth initiatives, driven digital transformation, and successfully managed multifunctional teams across admissions, marketing, corporate relations, and more. His expertise in strategic planning, operational excellence, and building impactful systems brings immense value to today's discussion, especially when it comes to understanding careers in sports management. We are truly happy and glad to have you with us today.
Thank you.
On a personal note, I have had the opportunity to interact with Amit directly, and what truly stands out is his deep knowledge about sports management and the clarity he brings to this space, especially when it comes to guiding students and building meaningful career pathways. I'm sure we all will gain a lot of valuable insights today. Welcome, Amit, and thank you, and over to you now. The
Thank
stage
you.
is yours.
Yeah, so I would also like to welcome, as I said, my teammates with me. I have Amay Uparkar, who incidentally works with us, and also finished his masters in sports management last year. And I also have Ashish, who has joined us from all the way from Odisha from his leave. So can I switch on the presentation?
Yep. Yep. Please go ahead.
Yeah, can you see? Can you see the presentation?
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. I'll try and keep it very simple. I'm not going to get into too much of figures, technical details, but yes, if required, I would definitely love to answer. Everybody is talking about sports management. We're talking about 2030 Commonwealth Game. We are talking about 2036 Olympics. What does it mean for a career in sports management or sports science? That's something that I'll try and answer. If I'm unable to answer any question, I'll make sure that my team notes it and we get back to you maybe within 2 to 3 days time on that. I hope that's okay. I would like to make it more of an interactive session rather than just me talking. I would definitely love to take questions. Just a minute. I'm just trying to take this to the next. What is sports management? Basically, sports management means, in very simple words, the back end, completely making sure that a sporting event or is completely executed. It requires lots and lots of efforts, in the back end to ensure that, for example, today's match, which is happening at Bangalore, would require what all do you think would be required in the back end? Anybody who wants to answer? You can, Ani, if you can unmute Amay also. Amay, you are there?
Yes, sir. I'm here, sir.
Yeah. we both will take the questions.
Sure, sir.
Yeah, so anybody would like to tell me what do you think would be required? I have mentioned it out there, but what do you think would be required to conduct today's IPL first match? Which all teams will be involved? You require sponsorship, you require the athlete management, analytics. Somebody said that they're interested in analytics, broadcasting, sports administration, stadium management, ambush marketing teams. Quite a lot of them are required to work in the back end to ensure that one match takes place properly. But yeah, media, broadcasting, healthcare partners, nutritionist, team coach. Absolutely right. These are some of the verticals of sports management. These are some of the fields in which students can opt in for their careers in sports management. We're talking about administration and operations. Amay, would you like to highlight on that? Amay?
Yes, sir. Sure.
Yeah. Would you like to highlight on administration and operations, or you want to do it? I think Amay has got network issues. Sorry. So, what does administration and operations cover? Administration and operations means the complete backend to ensure that the complete venue is ready to host the match. You need lots and lots of people of that. Everybody that you see running around in the stadium or managing the operations is it comes under this category. Then you have grassroots development. Grassroots development is what do you think would be the age of Indian athlete who's going to participate in 2036 Olympics? What do you think would be the age right now? I'm asking you a question. How old will be the athlete right now? (18 to 25), no. 20, wrong. Nitya, I think 10 is right. Garima, depends on their skills and ability. Of course, yes, but that's not the age, Garima. See, the athlete who's going to compete, normally when you see the athletes who are competing during an event, are normally in the age group of, you have as young as a teenager participating to 22, 23, depending on the sport. But that's the peak age normally when an athlete participates. So if you're talking about 2036, that's around 10 years from now, the athlete would be somewhere in the age group of 8, 9, 10, 8 to 10 kind of an age group. How do you identify this athlete? Who does that athlete? Who goes and finds out that athlete? That comes under grassroots development in trying to find out. There are so many companies, somebody like, let's say, Tata Trust, who invests a lot of monies to find out athletes in badminton or archery, many other games. There are quite a lot of companies like JSW, there's Reliance, quite a few of these companies who spend money on grassroots development or grassroots identification. An athlete who's just started practicing right now at the age of 8 to 10 years is the one who would go and compete for the country at 2036 Olympics. Think about it. Sports data analytics, I heard a few people wanting to make a career out of it. It's an absolute interesting career. Somebody who likes to play with figures, somebody who loves their stats, who love their maths, an absolute interesting career bit for them. What is sports data analytics? Many times we see, a player getting out on a ball which is bowled on the offside of the stump, and the commentator saying that he can't play that ball, and then he gives you a reference. Where does that data come from? This is a very crude reference that I'm giving, but where does this come from? Because they have analyzed their data over a period of time. That okay, he this is somewhere where he faces problems, and that's what the other teams also do. But that's not the only use. Many a times, for analyzing the conditions, analyzing the pitch, analyzing how, for example, in terms of Neeraj Chopra, how the wind direction is, how far can that thing go. So various data you see, has to be analyzed so that it helps athletes. Managing sporting associations and federations as simple. Lot of these associations, I'm sure there are athletes out here who are associated with various federations. Uh, Somebody has to manage their federation. Somebody has to manage their sporting association. It can be the government associations like SAI or Khelo India, which require people to manage the whole setup. Something like a target Olympic podium scheme. So that's where the job roles come in. Business development, one of my favorite job roles, because that involves a lot of monies, that involves a lot of interaction, and that's where the whole sports comes alive. Can anybody tell me, if they have read the recent reports, what was the total spent on sports media? That's where this part will come in the last financial year. Any guesses on the figure? What was the total media spent in the last financial year? What was the total in terms of maybe sponsorship or athlete sponsorship, anything? What do you think would be the figure spent in the year 2025-26? Anyone? A wild guess. Nitya, very less. 19,000 crores. 19,000 crores. Is that a big amount? In this 19,000 crores, close to 89% of this was spent on cricket. And what is interesting is 11% of it was spent on other sports like kabaddi, football, basically which contributed to this balance 11%. That's a good amount. That's really a good amount which has happened. That also means there was a growth of some close to 14-15% in the year-on-year spend, which is a good sign. Then you have media and communication and PR. Quite a lot of people who want to be in the limelight, who want to highlight the media part of it, prefer this side. Sports event management, one of the most, so-called glamorous part of sports management industry. The next is athlete, team and league management. Everybody wants to manage a Virat Kohli or a Dhoni or a Sachin Tendulkar. This is again where the glamour part comes in, but trust me, it's one of the most toughest job out of the all. What do you think comprises of sports retail? I've mentioned sports retail out here. What do you think is sports retail?
Are they merchandise?
Yeah. Any example?
Yeah, team jerseys.
Basically, a very simple thing is a decathlon.
Okay. Okay.
They require, yes, absolutely. With the right answer. Sports equipment. Garima, that's right. It's a huge industry. See, just imagine the number of people who want to play sports. Everybody wants, as simple as somebody takes up jogging as a sport. I'm saying let's take running as a sport. The first thing you need to do is go and buy shoes. Along with shoes, you need to invest in a good pair of shorts, t-shirts, and other required material. So ultimately, any sport you take, currently, if we are talking about even traditional games like kabaddi, there are shoes which are available for kabaddi as well. So anything that you mentioned as far as sports is concerned requires a lot of equipments, a lot of apparels, and that's a huge industry. That's a huge industry. Sports tourism. If somebody can raise the hand and if we can unmute that person to tell me more about sports tourism. You can raise your hand. And if you can unmute them for a bit.
Will unmute. If anyone is raising hands, I will definitely unmute.
Yeah. Take a guess. What would be sports tourism? Yeah, man.
Amay, you can go ahead.
So there are, sports tourism means, so let's say someone from India wants to go to UK and watch Wimbledon. So then there are companies which enable them to, they take them from India, they arrange tickets for them, help them with all the visa process and everything, and they arrange a short tour for them. Then people go there, watch the matches, roam around, have a short tour of the UK, and then again come back. So basically, you uh, combine the sports part with the tourism part, and that becomes a sports tourism. So there are companies like Dream Set Go, which brings the people from foreign countries to India during the IPL and vice versa. So they take Indians to the during Ashes, Wimbledon, Formula One, and then the Indian fans can have the first-hand action of these events. So these all comes under the sports tourism.
It's a very big industry. It's a very big industry. The tourism is not only outbound; it is inbound as well. It is inbound as well. So whether it is for IPL, it is happening, or whether it is for EPL, it is happening. Either of it, I'm saying. There are lots of companies which take groups around them, and for this they require sports management professionals. So these are few verticals that I've tried to highlight, which talks about various job roles or verticals for sports management. Uh, I have now the next part will be where you see quite a lot of our IISM students at various events. You talk right from the World Cup, Women's World Cup. So any event which is happening across, including IPL, which is happening right now, you will find IISM students out there. We are the partners. We are the knowledge partners for the Khelo India events. So since 2020, we have been doing quite a lot of work with Khelo India, which talks about creating their SOPs. We talk about creating various manuals and handbooks for Khelo India. We have partnered with the governments of Goa and Uttarakhand for the national games. So there also you find our students working. Since since Wednesday, there is a new edition of Khelo which has started. Anybody which knows which in fact, how many editions of Khelo are there? If any sports person online, how many editions of Khelo are there? I have listed two of them. Garima, yes. Youth, University, Khelo India Tribal, perfect. Vedant, that's right. Winter Games, perfect. So we have partnered with the Khelo India for the tribal games also. Around 20 to 25 students are already working in Chhattisgarh for these games. We are official partners of Tata Mumbai Marathon as well for creating their various financial impact reports. These reports are all available online, free of cost. You can go in the knowledge section and download and check these reports. So various events that you see IISM students. Some photographs. Some of the companies where IISM students do their internships and placements. And if you see, they are not restricted to cricket only. Though cricket has a major presence, they are not restricted to cricket only. In fact, if somebody wants a very honest answer, the minimum number of placements happen in IPL. If that's a very shocking answer, I'm sure. But the placements, the internships you do get, but number of placements in IPL are very low for anybody, not only for us, for anybody. There are no permanent jobs in IPL. It is across the spectrum that you see companies hiring. In fact, the head of Red Bull marketing in India is IISM alumni who are the most senior position. You have Geo Hotstar, you have Procam, which is the Tata Marathon, JSW Sports, everything. What is sports science? I would basically it is a study of how human body and mind responds to exercise, training, and performance, and how an athlete can elevate on-field performance. We have our bachelor's in sports science and master's in sports science program, which is running for the last 4 years, and we get students across the country for this. I'm checking the questions also simultaneously, so absolutely, Gariba. Biomechanics, the most preferred field, I feel. So, how many of you have heard who are talking about sports science? I've heard about Ramji Srinivasan, Mr. Ramji Srinivasan. Since people mentioned biomechanics, that's why I'm asking. Anybody? I don't see a reply in chat yet. No, Vedang. I'm not asking about our alumnus at all. But that's very nice of
Just,
you to say.
just did a wild guess.
Yeah. So he thought it's an IISM alumnus. So that's very nice. I wish he would have been. He is the ex-Indian cricket team's strength and conditioning coach, who was with the team during the 2011 World Cup. One of the most known figures in the field of sports science. And why I have taken his name is because he is the one who guides our sports science program. He is a mentor. He helps us with developing the curriculum. So you can imagine, in fact, we have students who go to his place in Chennai to, kind of work with him. His company's name is Sports Mechanics. He works along with another athlete called Naren Karthikeyan. Again, how many of you know Naren Karthikeyan? Amay, please don't reply. Amay 100% knows. That's why I said. Vidya, I'll answer your question. Which racer? Yeah, Vedant. Be honest, how many of you Googled? Yeah. Yes, Lakshmi. Was this Googled or this was known? So he's working along with Narendra right now, developing various things for the drivers, the future F1 drivers. So you can imagine what kind of work that he does in the market. These are the various verticals of sports science, anatomy and physiology, sports psychology. I saw somebody who wanted to be a sports psychologist. We have Miss Mugdha Baure, who was a national level swimmer, and the sports psychologist of Indian women's cricket team, who guides us with the content on this. She has already written a book along with us on sports psychology. Sports nutrition, biomechanics, I saw a few people talking about it. Strength and conditioning, we spoke about it. Exercise physiology, performance analytics, and sports technology. Sports technology basically will consist of all your variables and other related things. An example of exercise physiology, yo-yo test. I'm sure you have heard about yo-yo test. Become very famous with cricket, due to cricket rather. Sports biomechanics. Biomechanics is in basically not only injury prevention, but of course it is for technique optimization, 100%. See, you read the example that is given out here, Vidya. Usain Bolt's right leg is half-inch shorter, and that was something which was used as an advantage. One of the fastest runner on the planet. Okay, but that was kind of used to his advantage uh, via biomechanics. No, and not only because of Virat, it was there, but Virat glamorized it.
I think he was the ambassador for it.
Yeah, he made sure that the fitness regime of the sports people, he is too fit, he's extremely fit. He, Dhoni, other people kind of, got it into the habit, he got them into, everybody practicing that. And you see, we have one of the most fittest players right now, very, very fit players that we have. We spoke about the F1 drivers as well.
Just a minute, sir. If anyone wants to ask anything, can I think probably raise
They
their
are asking
hands.
questions. They are
Okay, that
asking
is fine,
questions, and
right?
I'm
Okay,
checking the chat continuously.
okay, okay. Thank you so much.
How many kgs on an average does a F1 driver lose after each race? With a G force of 5 to 7 on an average, yeah, close to that. So you can imagine what happens to them post every day. Uh, Abhinav Bindra, I will give two examples. One is, of course, due to loose styles, neuroscience, but there was a lot of pressure on him because of that one single loose style, which he lost. He lost that medal because of that. So that's a story which is known. But also to make him very this thing, how many of you know when he was training in Europe, his coach took him and left him halfway just to make him walk back to understand what is that mind toughness. Have you read about this story, anybody? Please read about it. Please read about it. So there is a lot of psychological support also which is needed many a time. So let's give you a recent example. Your why I forget his name? Who performed in the World Cup right now? Why am I forgetting his name? The batsman, wicket keeper, not Sanju Samson, the other one, the opener. Sorry, I'm bit
Shan,
Ishan Kishan. Sorry, yes, Ishan Kishan. So how many of you read about Ishan Kishan's problem? Last World Cup, he was not selected and everybody thought that he is acting very brash. Everybody thought that he's acting overhyped. But what really had happened to him and how he came back, that's a big story. That's really a very big story, and that's where sports psychology comes into picture. Organizations which need sports science professional, all the SAI, Board of Cricket Control of India, Khelo India, these are the government organizations. High performance centers like Sports Dynamics, Fit to Sports. There are so many sports labs in Mumbai as well. All of them need sports scientists. You can have your private practice as well. These are where our students go to practice live in the industry. Xavier's lab, Krushmi Cheda, who's the sports nutritionist with her, Sports Authority of India, Kolkata, Army Sports Institute, Pune, KEIM Hospital has got a lab everywhere. So where I told you about the verticals which are available, but where are IISM students working in? They are in sports marketing, operations, content creations, fan engagement, client servicing, celebrity management, sponsorship and deliverable management, data analytics, media broadcasting. What are the attributes required to be in sports industry? Good communication and coordination skills, You have to be passionate about sports. Somebody had asked me whether I need to be a sports person. You need to have passion for sports. Whether you play or you don't play, you need to love sports. You need to work independently as well as within a team, adaptive and ambitious, creative and problem solving and thinking. And it's not a desk job. No matter what, it's not going to be a desk job. If anybody is looking at a 9 to 5 kind of a job, maybe this is not the industry for you. Because if IPL starts right now at 7 o'clock, you can't be expected to be home at 7 o'clock. Most of the sporting events are now in the evening because of the kind of viewership that you get. Adya, I'll just come to your question. About IISM, we are a 16-year-old institute which is founded by former Indian cricketer Nilesh Kulkarni. Nilesh Kulkarni has written himself into the book record books. Can anybody tell me why without Googling? He has got an Indian record. Can anybody tell me why? Without Googling. How many of you watch Test cricket? Okay, so no, everybody has tried to Google and not found the answer. So Nilesh Kulkarni was the first cricketer to take wicket on the first ball of his debut match. That was against Sri Lanka in the year 1997, and the batsman was Marvin Atapattu. I don't know how many cricket fans are there. In that, there were two records which were set. One was, of course, Dilisa getting the first ball wicket, and there was one more which had happened. You can Google this now.
Hmm.
What was the other record which happened? Kind of a world record. Amay Uparkar can answer this if you want. Highest test score by a side. I think around 937 runs were scored by Sri Lanka against India. I think that stands as the highest international test score yet. We are the first institute to offer UGC approved UG and PG in sports management and sports science, along with autonomous PGP program in sports management. The degrees are awarded in collaboration with University of Mumbai. The campus is set in Mumbai, very close to the airport, in between both the central and the western lines. We get students pan-India. It's not that the students are only from Mumbai. We have students pan-India who come and do the course. It's the curriculum is in aligned with the national education policy. As I said, we have BSM, MSM, and PGP, and BSS and MSS program. We also have small short-term online courses which you can check online. Ready for questions now. You can unmute when they raise hands. Okay, Adya, yes, you would require Python kind of a coding thing because that is required. That is the base which will be required. And what is the ceiling then for someone without coding skills? See, currently you need to have skills. It is a time, it is a age of skills. And without that, it is a bit difficult. Definitely, it's difficult.
Jonathan, you
which
can.
we have a course, Tuti, we have a course which is sports science, which has amalgamation of all these things. You can go on the website, you can check the sports science courses and check the curriculum. There is no separate course for this. Ved, you're talking about which course? You can unmute Ved and ask. What are the admission requirements, admission process, and timelines? Okay. So for an undergraduate course, you need to be a 12th. You need to have 12th pass, of course. You need to appear for our sports management aptitude test, with the details of which the registration details are available on our website www.iismworld.com. You need to fill the form and appear for the test. The tests are conducted at a particular. I think there are 3 more slots left, 3 more exams left in the month of May, April, May, and June. You can fill in that form. Uh, Post that, you'll have to submit essay SOPs based on whether it is for UG or PG. After the test, you will have your personal interviews, and a combination of all three will decide whether you are eligible for the course or not. Zaur, I hope that answers your question. How can we identify if our children are good for sports management related career, and what is the right age to evaluate? Since see, I have parents who come to me to find out since 9, 10 standard onwards. We talk to the parents since the 9, 10 standard itself, and basically it is their love for sports. If you know that your child loves sports, then of course there would be some inclination for him to come and join sports management. I am referring your this course is for whom? The bachelor's is for 12th pass as well as graduates who want to get into post graduation. Both ways. I hope that answers your question. In football, if you want to be coach, is it compulsory to be a player for? Of course, Jonathan. Yes, you need to play. You need to be play at a certain level. Then you need to pass their exams, and then because you will not know the nitty-gritties of the game otherwise.
If anyone wants to unmute, can unmute. We have removed that settings. I think there is one more question by Adya. I don't know if it was to answer. Can someone pivot into sports science from a non-science background, or is it a hard barrier to get through?
Basically, you would need to have a science background to get into sports science courses. Otherwise, the lot of terminologies, lot of references become difficult for you to understand. There are there are a lot of inquiries which we handle, which says that they want to post their 12th standard commerce or something. They want to get into sports science. The university is also talking about implementing such kind of course, but not yet cleared. This is not yet cleared by the university level itself.
There is one more
You want to
question.
take the questions in the morning, which were there in the morning. You want to check few questions?
Yeah, there is one more question in the chat. How do careers in sports compare with fields like IT, engineering, or business in terms of income growth and long-term job security and job stability, considering that only very few reach great heights in sports related to career paths?
I would not agree to this that very few reach great heights. There are a lot of allied. If you think about a sports management career only from a point of view of working with an IPL team or working with an athlete, then yes, there would be very few. But there are so many allied fields, and you really can't compare IT engineering in terms of other sports management. I don't like to give figures in terms of salaries, but I have my students who are drawing salaries more than engineers as well. I don't wish to demean any profession, and that's the reason I will not name any salaries out here. But it all depends. See, please understand, salaries depend upon what you are going to offer to the organization. Salary will not depend upon what you have learned, which course you have taken certification in. There would be students from premium institutes. There will be one student who will be drawing maybe 30, 40 lakh rupees salary, and his batchmate will be drawing 3, 4 lakh rupees salary. So you really can't compare that. How can a child be a part of this from 10th or 11th standard, and that too? Commerce or arts background is not an issue. You give your 12th examination with, and then appear for SMAT. Easy. Do sports psychologists in India work exclusively with athletes, or does it extend to coaches and support
That
staff too? They work with everybody. They work with everybody, Adya. They work with everybody. There are sports psychologists. There are athletes who directly come and consult the sports psychologist. The sports psychologists work with organizations like TOPS. They work with that is Target Olympic Podium Scheme. They work with organizations like Olympic Gold Quest, which is into grassroots development. They work with National Cricket Academy, which is based in Bangalore. So they work with everybody. Nitya, right now, I don't think so. There are any short-term PG diplomas in sports psychology. Yes, not yet. India is just kind of waking up to sports psychology as a course, and there are very few which are being offered right now.
Okay, there was a question which went up. I think we missed it. Is there a demand for managers who specialize in expansion of franchises specifically?
No, they are normally managed by very high-end people working with the franchisees, the league franchisees. So it is not there. But there is a huge demand for people who can work in the sponsorship departments of this various franchisees or various leagues or various other companies. Okay, how many sponsors are there for the IPL? To give you an idea. How many sponsors would be there for IPL?
more than 100?
350.
350. Okay.
So all these 350 various companies will need people who know are kind of associated with sports.
Right.
Roughly, I'm giving you. Sonal, you're pretty close. Test workers on an average, what would be the approximate annual fees for bachelors? It's the fees is close to 2,70,000 per year.
Have you taken this Zabur's question? What are the admission requirements, admission process, and
Yeah,
timelines?
I spoke about that.
Okay, perfect.
I'm just checking. Let me just.
There's one interesting. How does an MBBS graduate pivot to careers in sports management? Medicine, sorry.
Oh, you can do Nitya. Very interesting. There are quite a few people who have kind of turned into sports scientists. MBBS would give you a very firm start for this. Yeah, you are already a doctor and you just need to know the things related to sports science. Very interesting. This thing. It's a very interesting career. Trust me. Yes, you will have to specialize into that. You'll have to do additional courses for it. Nitya, you would be able to do it.
And Amit, are there any scholarships to study for in sports management from government,
We don't have
non-government?
direct scholarships. We do get companies sponsoring us, our candidates, but that depends on the sponsoring companies year-on-year basis.
Got it. And government, they provide any scholarships?
Government, I think the Bengal government does provide scholarship, if I'm not mistaken, because I do cases every year. Apart from that, no.
Okay, got it.
See, the industry is it's growing right now, and that's now where even the government is realizing that there is a lot of potential, and that's so all the support is expected to come in. The simple fact that the government is increasing the sports budget year on year is a testament to what is the kind of support that we are getting.
That's right. Yeah, makes sense.
How many are from Mumbai here right now? Of course, Annie, you're from Mumbai.
I think
Jonathan,
there are. I think I know some of them who are from Mumbai.
they can visit. They can have a look at the campus. They can meet us in person.
Yeah. Pulkit
Pulkit
Jain.
is from Mumbai.
Yeah, I think there is Ambani is also from Mumbai. Kanchan. Yeah.
Kanchan.
Amit, you know Kanchan. I am sure about it.
Of course, yes.
In Mansi also.
Do you see any future opportunities for football sports to increase in India?
I think this question we had in the last seminar as well.
Any scope for IISM pass outs to international opportunity? Okay, now this is a very interesting question which everybody asks, and I will not restrict it to football at all.
Hmm.
Okay, please don't feel that I'm rude. I am asking you a very honest question. Why will an international organization, you know, would you, let's twist the question, would you recruit any foreigner in Indian sports apart from the specialized things? See, understand that we have our expertise in our local regions. It is very difficult either for us to go out and get a job unless there is a scarcity of that skill, and hence it is a bit difficult. So I really don't. I was speaking to Annie in the morning. I was telling her I don't want to sugarcoat my answer anywhere or give any false information, right? But I'm saying this. I do have some of my students who are placed abroad, but they are in the field of sponsorship and business development. I do have one of my students working with ICC as well. I had one working with Oman Cricket also. So saying this, yes, you do have. But if you come, you see the percentage, that percentage is not even in single digit.
So, sir, my question here was basically to understand if our children pursue careers specific to football, their
Yeah.
options of or opportunities for job opportunities basically gets limited. Do you see that as a concern or?
If you're getting into sports management, let's not restrict to a particular sport. If you are into football, yes, there are. If you want to get into, if your kid want to get into, let's say grassroots development, joining various organizations which are into grassroots development, that's a different part. But if you want to stay related to the sports, it can't be restricted only to football. I always tell, I get so many cricketers also coming in here that if you consider that you want to stick only to IPL, you will not grow. You need to have an open canvas for your career to get into any kind of a job. I hope this answers your question, Mr. Varghese.
Yes, yes. I think it's.
Mr.
Also, I
Varghese, are
was
you from Mumbai?
yeah, I'm from Mumbai. Also, I was wondering whether if yeah, as IISM is now involved with many of the cricketing organizations, IPL, etc. You mentioned Khelo. Do you see
Yeah.
the government giving any value for kind of football in the future? Do you perceive anything around that one?
See, there already ISL is happening. It will start again. That's not a this thing. It also depends upon. So we can have a long discussion on this. Why cricket gets the attention and why any other sport does not. It's
Mm-hmm.
purely because of the kind of monies which are raised from that event. Let's call it an event rather than a sport. Let's call it an event. Look at the sponsorship opportunities which happen in cricket. Look at the times an ad can play in cricket. After every over, you can have an ad. So the opportunities for sponsors is very large. A very
Mm.
simple thing. So it's not that nobody wants to support football. I have maximum footballers who come to me and they're studying with us. So practically, we support football. We have a football team as well. But what level it will grow, that's something which is left to the associations and others to make a plan and take it further.
Got it. Thank you.
Amit, you highlighted very important advertisement opportunity. Like for after every over, you can have an ad. Perhaps
Yeah.
that supports a lot of sponsorship for this.
If you see all the games which can have good sponsorship opportunities are growing. Why is tennis having so much of viewership as well?
Mm,
Look at the
right.
prize money is also in this.
Yeah. Yeah. Very important aspect.
And look at what Amay has also posted. Government of Maharashtra has announced Project Mahadeva. for development of football in Maharashtra?
Right. Right.
By the way, again, I don't know whether it is a trick question or just a regular question. Do you know which district in Maharashtra has got maximum, I will say, football games or a very high number of football crazy fans? I can even very safely say uh, in the country. Vedang says Kolhapur. Amay Uparkar also says Kolhapur. Why did they go to Kolhapur? Anybody else? One more answer, Mr. Varghese? No, it's Kolhapur. It is Kolhapur. Vedang, you're right. You're absolutely bang on. See, please read about the number of matches that happen in Kolhapur. See the kind of craze that Kolhapur has. A cricket match will not attract that many, that big an audience, but football match does. They are played at various levels in the district.
That most of the matches are won by Kolhapur team.
Hi,
Absolutely,
Ambali,
Kanchal,
you have any question?
they do have. I agree.
How long does this time course take? And is it possible for every individual to perform and pursue their sports career along with the course?
So I have nearly 70 to 80% of my students who are sports player, who are sportsmen. There are some who have kind of done with the game, and some of them who are still playing. I have nearly 15 to 20 international representations with us who are still playing. I have my students who are still participating. So when the students come, they join us for a bachelor's program, which is of 3 years, or a master's program, which is of 2 years. If they are active players and they get a letter from their associations about the events and the practice, they are given officially given, not only from IISM but from university also, they are given exemption to attend the classes and attend the matches. So they do pursue.
Okay, that is what I wanted to ask. Thank you so much. So it is a university-based, Mumbai University-based program.
Absolutely, 100%.
And this is placed in
Ambali,
your
your daughter is a player, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, my daughter is a javelin and a discus player.
Yeah.
So we do have so many athlete students who are into athletics, quite a few of them.
She used to play
We
football
have
as well.
rhythmic gymnasts with us who have won. One of our students won a medal. Amay, where that internationally that girl won the medal around 2-3 months back. We have national game. We have students who participate in national games, Khelo India games. Quite a lot of them. हाँ संजय जी संजय जी आपकी
Voice
आवाज नहीं आ रही
break हो रहा है अपने तो.
Not able to hear Sanjay ji.
Not a problem. We can connect him. We will email him, and
Sure.
then we can connect him.
Any
more
other
questions?
questions?
Yeah.
Games, sir. Participated in national games, trophy games, the Jharkhand, all participation.
संजय जी आवाज नहीं आ रही आपकी ठीक से
आपका ना आवाज ब्रेक हो रहा है, शायद से इंटरनेट कनेक्शन का प्रॉब्लम है.
नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम है सर.
आप मैसेज में डाल दीजिए मैं जवाब देता हूँ
Yes.
If anybody wants to ask questions to Amay also, Amay has been a master student. In fact, he is a medal winner in his batch. So if anybody wants to ask question to Amay as a student, please feel free to do so.
Kanchan, do you have something to say? You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Yeah, hello, Amit sir. Nice seeing you again here, and Annie, you too.
Absolutely.
Although I joined late because I had another session from 4 o'clock with somebody, and I could not do this. Sports is an amazing career for all those who are present here. If you want to do something in sports, definitely IISM is one of the best institutes to go for. I also heard something about scholarships. So I'm sorry I missed quite a bit of the session, but there are a number of scholarships available by Government of India and foundations where sports students, if they want to pursue alongside their sports courses, like what IISM is offering, there are opportunities that you can actually look into. And also, I think Amit sir, you were talking about something about players not being able to play outside, you know. In teams outside, right? But if you are a
Yeah.
national player or a district level player who has played till your national level here in UGs, and you go for a master's abroad on a sports scholarship on a certain
So you're talking about
university.
jobs. It was not about playing.
Yeah, so it was about playing. You can also play and you can get jobs in sports authorities there. I have a couple of students, not just in cricket. I think I have a student who was a basketball, he played national level basketball. He
Yes.
represented the national team. Then he
So
went
during
on
the
to
university
Montreal.
time, during the university time out there, you will be able
Yes.
to. But
Yeah.
if you do, the question was whether you do a graduation here and then try and get a job.
Yeah, so you can go on a PG route there. That's what I was clear.
Yeah.
You can go on a PG route there, where he was playing for Montreal University. He did his PG, and now he's working there in Canada, in sports centers only. So he's in a good job. So it's not like you can go as a recruitment on a job, but you can go via the PG route as a
Right.
sports person. Yeah. Just wanted to clarify that. And yes, amazing opportunity. Sports is trending with IPL and now cricket coming into Olympics as well. We look
It's not
forward
only
to a lot
IPL.
of
I would
coming
like
into
to
sport.
very clearly highlight that this thing, it is not only about IPL. Other sports, the kind of attention that the government is giving
Yes.
to other games as well with 2030 Olympics. So just to give you figures, there is a requirement of around 1.2 million manpower for 2030 the Commonwealth Games and close to 2 million odd for the 2036 Olympics. That is a huge manpower requirement.
That's a very
And
good.
I'm as well. That's what I generally say. When you see a cricket match, you see only the players sitting there, but there are almost 10,000 people working behind the scenes to get that match, that event working there.
Absolutely.
So all those 10,000 jobs are open to 100 million students as well. Yes, definitely. Wonderful to attend this session here.
Thanks, Kanchan. Any more questions?
ये संजय जी का सवाल नहीं आया, उन्होंने सिर्फ नेशनल गेम्स लिखा था.
I think it was an incomplete question. Is he there? Maybe if we can. Okay. I think we can contact him.
Yeah, we'll contact
Yeah.
him. We have his information.
Thank you so much, everyone, and all of you can get ready to watch the IPL today and enjoy the match. Thank you so much, Amit, and thanks to the whole team of IISM and also Ask Us Today. And Amit, it was a very valuable session, and I think I also gained a lot of insight. Even though I'm attending this so many times. So every time I attend, I learned something. So it was a very engaging session. Thanks to the participants also. We hope to connect. We hope this webinar was very insightful for all of you all. And definitely, we will share this recording so that you can go back to anything that you missed, and we will email you all the details. And if you need any personalized guidance, you can reach out to us at support@askastudent.net, and we will connect with you soon.
Just one small information. My team is traveling across various cities in the country. So if anybody wants to meet us as well in person, they can give your reference and talk to us in the cities. We are going to be in Delhi, Ahmedabad,
Yeah,
Bangalore, Chennai,
Bangalore.
Lucknow, various locations. They can check it on our website. They can check it on the social media handles as well. And they'll have to give me your reference, and we can definitely help them out.
Yeah, I saw that. I think you're in Bangalore in May, end of
Yeah,
May.
we start from Pune onwards. We are going to be in Pune. We are going to be in Delhi, Kolkata. Then starts with Lucknow, Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Indore, and of course Mumbai. So anytime they can come in.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Amit. It was
Thank
very
you.
Thanks,
insightful
Gaurav.
session.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank
Have
you,
a great
Annie.
week. Bye. Thanks, Ambali. Yeah, bye.